I feel like this is probably where a lot of these videos are going to start until I put an engine back into this car. But welcome to the series #1 of Road to Sema. And we're going to start with an update about where this car is at, why it is sitting like this, and my plan to go forward and fix it. So we're going to go through the car from front to back, top to bottom, and talk about pretty much everything that's on the car. So if you're not a part of the channel, hit the subscribe button, see if we actually make it into Sema at the end of this series, and let's get started. All right, so let's talk about Samantha's engine. 1993 REW 13B out of an RX-7, legendary. But what makes this even better, it's large street port, semi-peripheral port. So this thing beats the block down chopping anytime you start the car. It sounds amazing, and that's exactly why I wanted to do it. But at one point I was at Will's house, I went to go bleed the clutch because we were having clutch issues, and then I noticed that my clutch fluid was just coming out over and over and over again. Couldn't really figure out why or where it was going. Had a blown out throwout bearing. We'll talk about that later. But I then noticed at the back of the engine that one of the studs was like sticking halfway out. And it was broken, and I was like, oh, what the fuck is that? So I had to take the engine apart with my buddy Kevin. We took it apart, we were able to get the stud out. Now, just to show you guys, if you don't know, this is what a stud for a 13B is supposed to look like, right? You know, one whole thing. This is my stud. As you can see, it's broken. It's not supposed to be broken. So this is what holds your engine together. There are 17 of them that go all the way through the engine and clamp it together. This one was broken literally right at the top, so I had to take it out. I have to get a whole new set of studs. And the only way to get it out was because the engines are built from front to back, and so you had to pull everything apart. And while everything was already apart, I decided to inspect everything. And we found some things that weren't like terrible, but weren't the best. And I will show you that. So on my front iron, you can see right here, we've got some gouging. It's not terrible, but it's definitely not supposed to be there. And so basically it's a lip from where the corner seal rides in the engine. And what's going on is that it's not supposed to be there. It's supposed to be flat like the rest of this. And so in this series, we're gonna fix that. I actually am going to send all my stuff out to Kyle Mohan Racing, and they are actually going to resurface all of my plates. They're also going to WPC treat them, so that's going to be super nice. And then I had 2 extra housings sitting around, so we've got an engine, we've got rotors, we've got everything for it. It's just I got to buy the parts. I gotta save money. I gotta work. Okay, my engine bay. My engine bay used to be red. This car is red. It's my favorite color, and I think that's probably what this car will always be, is red, unless I get crazy. But I wanted something that would pop with the teal in my engine bay from the engine. So I went with Galactic Silver from Tropical Glitz, and I did it myself. If you haven't seen the video, I will link it somewhere around here. But I went with Galactic Silver, and it is by far the best engine bay color to date. Please do not try and convince me differently. This is the best color. It looks so good, and I think with the teal, it's gonna look even better. Now, these wires over here, basically what I did is on a stock 86, you have a harness that runs all the way around. That's like your engine bay harness that goes to your headlights, ABS, brake booster, or brake level sensor, your headlights over here, your speed sensors, all your sensors and everything up here. So basically what I've done is I've taken that harness, chopped it in half, not in half, but I've traced it back because I moved that whole harness on the other side of the firewall inside the car, as well as the fuse box for a cleaner engine bay. Not necessarily shaved, but just cleaner. I also have Pro Wires mil-spec connector. It's a 61 pin connector up here. Now this connector is used in motorsports and aerospace as well, because what this allows you to do is it is a quick disconnect from the harness itself. So basically I can cut my harness in half for my engine and pretty much everything that I have in the engine bay and connect it right here to this connector back here, which would make it super easy. And again, super clean, not shaved, not unshaved. Now coming over here to our brakes, we've got Willwood 6-piston brakes up front, and then we've got BC Racing BR series coilovers up here. I've had these literally since the beginning of time. They've been great for me. The Willwoods, I was able to pick them up for very cheap from someone on Facebook Marketplace, obviously. Now, like I said in my thing on TikTok and Instagram, if you don't follow me, you should go follow me on this. I want to go with APG brakes. Those are brakes that I've driven on a couple different cars. Absolutely love them. The Willwoods are good. They're just as good as well, but there is something to be said because I love the style of APG brakes and I love the product. I think it's a really solid product. I've installed them on an S2000 before. They're amazing. That's all I can really say about them. I love them. All right, so the interior, it's not like great, but it's really not that bad. As you can see, the driver's side's looking okay. Driver's side, you look at it, you're like, okay, you know, it's just a car, you know, it needs a little love. Passenger side though, kind of fucking gravy. Passenger side, that is my entire engine harness as well as I think that's actually just the entire engine harness, pretty much. So on my passenger side, I have my harness taken out. I've got everything just all around, plugs that go to the stock ECU as well as the Haltech 2500 ECU that I have. And basically what I have to do is with that mil-spec connector, we have to chop the harness in half, repin it to that connector, and then pin it on the other side for the engine side, ECU side. And that's why it's basically out of the car the way it is, because I also have to decide what connectors I'm keeping, what I'm not keeping, because we're gonna strip this entire harness down and look like we're someone trying to steal all the copper from it. Okay, the trunk. Oh my God, that's a huge spider web. That's what I should call this series, is Battle of the Spiders. Holy shit. Okay, in the trunk, this is basically just where I have everything else. Throttle body, upper intake, lower intake, downpipe, super duper sick downpipe. All my exhaust routing on this car is all titanium. So did I have to do that? No. I just did it. Did it cost me more where I could have put the money somewhere else? Yes, but I'm okay with that right now. But yeah, titanium downpipe, it's all 4-inch. I use Vibrant for pretty much everything on the car. Oh, back here we've also got my anti-gravity battery ATX30 HD with bracket boy attachments. Now, if you've never heard of anti-gravity battery, please look them up, because they make lithium ion batteries that are extremely light. Look at this. This is a battery. You can't go pull the battery out of your Sonata and do this with the battery. You can't. So very great battery. It's a lightweight battery. Most of the time you see it in motorsports, but you're starting to see them more and more in street cars. They're very good batteries. They hold a charge for a very long time, and they can be mounted any which way, right? That's pretty sick, right? Makes it super easy if you're trying to do a custom setup or you're relocating your battery. Very cool. Another thing is, though, there's a company called Bracket Boys. Bracket Boys makes these. I can't remember the name. I'm gonna voice it over in the video, but they make these connectors, right, that you can put on your anti-gravity battery. And so what happens is, look at that. Solid connection for your battery. Now, if you're someone like me that sometimes has to remove their battery, instead of having to undo a 10 mil, you just do that. Very cool. Also, thank you to Anti-Gravity Batteries for sponsoring me and Samantha. Thank you for taking a chance on just some random dude with a camera. I appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome. Okay, and last but not least, we've got my exhaust. The exhaust is, again, all titanium parts from Vibrant Performance. I like it. You should like it. I love it. But funny story, actually, I got this muffler. This is a Vibrant 4-inch titanium muffler. And I still have the DMs to prove it, and I will find them. But when I got this muffler, I posted it on my Instagram story and tagged Vibrant, and they actually messaged me and said, yo, how'd you get that? I was like, what are you talking about? They're like, the muffler. I was like, I ordered it, and this is what showed up. that's pretty funny. But yeah, it's a vibrant titanium 4-inch muffler. And then all my other stuff, again, is 4-inch titanium. The running joke with this car has been, oh, all it needs is an exhaust and a tune. Someone's gonna beat my ass because the exhaust is still not done. But we're busy people. Will's a busy person. He's a busy man. But as soon as this car is ready to run, I'm bringing it to him, and we're just gonna I'm gonna ask him, like, we gotta get this done in like a day or whatever, because we gotta hear this thing sing. So yeah. Okay, so where do we go from here? I wanted to give you guys just a basic overview of the car, where it sits at. It needs some love, a lot of love, but that's okay. So now what we have to do, or what I have to do, not we, you guys are watching, but what I have to do is I have to rebuild the engine, finish the wiring here, clean everything, fix things, redo AN lines. I'm gonna be redoing all my AN lines in the front for my oil cooling, because if I wanna fit that crash bar, I have to be able to put my oil cooler somewhere else. So I'll have to figure that out too. There's a lot to do. I have to do body work. I have to do polishing, cleaning. I probably have to polish my headlights again. But what I'm saying is there is a lot of work to do. And I wanna keep you guys updated in a very well-documented fashion. So if you're not a part of the channel, hit that subscribe button. Hopefully we make it to Sema. If we don't, then we will just have the cleanest 86 on the planet. But I hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you guys in the next episode of Road to Sema. Thanks for watching.